Year 3, welcome to your maths video for Thursday the 14th of January. This is your video if you're somebody who's got a booklet that says Year 2. So today's task is to complete page 4 of your booklet. So you're going to do your section A, your startup questions. At the top there's 10 of them in total, and then you're going to complete the rest of the page. So I've got a few examples of questions where they're a little bit different, but they're the same type of questions that will help you with yours, just in case you find them a little bit tricky. So let's look at the questions I've got. So the first one says subtract 6 from 15. Now I'm subtracting from 15, so that's my starting number. Okay, and I've got to subtract 6. So my number sentence is going to be 15 subtract 6 equals. Okay, so we know when we're subtracting, we put the big number in our head, and then the other number, we are counting down. So I've got 6 fingers, and I'm going to count down from 15. So count with me, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So the answer would be 9. So it's a little bit tricky, that question, because it doesn't say 15 subtract 6. It says it the opposite way round, subtract 6 from 15. But if you just remember that when we subtract, the biggest number goes at the beginning, you'll be fine. The next question says, what number is the same as 222? Okay, so what number is the same as 222? So triple just means 3 lots of something. So I've got 3 lots of 2, so there's 1, 2, another 2, another 2. So what number is the same as 222? Well, I know that 222 is 2, 4, 6. So 2 add 2 add 2 is 6. So my answer would be 6. Your question says double. Now remember, double means the number twice. So if I was doing double 4, I would do 4 add 4. Okay, let's look at the next one then. So on one of your questions, it asks you to add up all of the odd numbers. So I'm going to remind you now what odd numbers are. Now I can remember in the old booklets we did the end of last year, we did odd numbers, and there was a video of me singing that song. I wonder if you can remember it. It went 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I like odd numbers all the time. So that's a little way for you to remember. Let's do it again. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I like odd numbers all the time. Well, let me make my 9 a bit better. There we go. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are all odd numbers. Okay, so that means then that 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even numbers, they are great. Those numbers are even. Okay, but your question asked about odd numbers. Now, numbers like 47, I've got a 4 and a 7 in. Now I can see that a 4 is an even number and 7 is an odd number. So what is 47? Is it odd or even? Well, the important digit, and I'm sure you can remember this, is whatever the number ends in. So whatever number, whatever digit is in the ones column tells us whether it's odd or even. So 47 ends in a 7, so it's odd. The number 81. Now I know that 8 is an even number, but 1 is odd. Well, it's the number at the end. So the number in the ones column tells us whether it's odd or even. So you have a look at the number that ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, now your question asks you to add up all the even numbers. So if you see 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9, you'll add them together and find your answer. But is your challenge today, what I'd like you to do, you can do this in your purple exercise books or on your whiteboard, is I would like you to write me all of the odd numbers from 1 to 50. Now I'll be really impressed if you can find all of the odd numbers between 1 and 50. Okay, write them down and send them on an email for me. I'll be really impressed. Okay, so let's look at the next question. It says, one line is 10 centimetres. By how many centimetres is it shorter than another line 14 centimetres long? Okay, now I'm going to do a bit of drawing for this. And you might do some drawing too. And if you've got a ruler at home, you could even draw them the correct size. Okay, I'm not going to draw them the correct size on my board, but it might be helpful if you have got a ruler. So I'm going to draw a line there, and I'm going to say that this line is 10 centimetres. Okay, now it says by how many centimetres is it shorter than another line 14 centimetres long? So I've drawn my 10 centimetre line. I'm now going to draw my 14 centimetre line. So I'm going to get my ruler again. Now I know to stop there if I want another 10 centimetre line, because I'd have to make it the same. But I want to draw a 14 centimetre line, so I know that this one's going to be a bit longer. Okay, so this one's going to be 14 centimetres. Okay, so I know then that up to there, they are the same. They are 10 centimetres. So I need to work out what this extra bit here would be. Okay, so I know altogether that it's 14, and I know that that bit's 10. So I need to work out the difference between 10 and 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at 10 and I'm going to count up till I get to 14. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I can see then that the bottom line is 4 centimetres longer than the top line. So the difference is 4 centimetres. So it says by how many centimetres is it shorter than the other line? Well, it's shorter by 4 centimetres. So that would be my answer. So I think you've got a similar question in your booklet today. So get your whiteboard and pen or in your exercise book and have a go at drawing the two lines and working out what the difference in the numbers would be. So you start at the smaller number and you're counting up until you get to the bigger number to see how much is in between and what the difference is. I'm sure you'll do great today. So just to remind you, your task is to complete page 4 of your booklet, and then your challenge is to write me out all of the odd numbers from 1 to 50 and send me a picture on the email. I can't wait to see what you've got up to. See you tomorrow.